the ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. Oh, it's so bright and shiny out. I've got quite a lot of things. I'm also broke. Oh, new light bulb? Well, damn. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay. I'm gonna just cloth for this. Okay. And then we'll need a lot. Alright, let's go. We got fish to catch. Rude. Okay. I'll put up this stuff. My crab trap's good. It's nighttime. Fishmonger. What's my... What's she doing? I guess I gotta go to Star Basin today. Okie dokie. Let's rest. Let's rest up, and then we'll go. Nice. Is it... Where is it? It's... So let's see, that's north. So... It is south... west of us. Got it. Let's go. Yeah? Okay. We're gonna finally see the Leviathan. I'm scared. Hello! We're back for Dredge. Oh, there's something under there. A pair of sunglasses, okay. Interesting. Laboratory. Open the cupboards. Oh, nice. Oh, maybe we'll play that. Let me research some stuff. Okay. There's a squid in the middle there. Is there a giant squid there? Wasn't ready for that music to, Oh no. I don't want you lagging. One of those red-eyed fish down there. Do you not turn your computer off regularly? Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? A fisherman. Ah, yes, I thought you had the look, but a fisherman all the way out here? Strange. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. In fact, I could do with your help if you had the time. What do you help with? Yeah, you probably should, like, I mean, modern day, you can leave your PC on for a little while longer. Like, you don't have to turn it off every night. But generally, like, once a week or so. Because processes and stuff like that, especially with Windows, can kind of, like, lap and cause issues. It's good to turn off like once every other week or so, or once a week. Every so often. Like, sleeping is fine, but like you have to turn it off sometimes. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost. Not rest in the center of the basement. Yeah. I've led here. I've been making do as best I can, but I had to leave most of my equipment behind, so now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at this list of specimens I need. Please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect all of them. Catch style, catch style. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I think there's much to say. I studied biological sciences at Ironham College. It was a struggle. There were no other female students in the department that year, or the year before, or the year before that. It's hard not to feel like an outsider in an environment like that, you know? You probably don't. And when I graduated, I managed to land a job on the Northern Biological Research Society, and then, well, I was supposed to be here by myself. I thought I would relish the peace and quiet, but I missed having company. I always had someone, or at least a pet out here. It's just machines. Is there anything else? I get that. I get that it's a pain sometimes, yeah. But, I mean, it's better to not have your computer mess up on you. Well, I got the sense that it was attacking the research outputs itself rather than me specifically. I suspect it was disturbed by some of my monitoring equipment. There were dozens of machine running. They're all powered by a noisy generator. It was huge, larger than any of the other marine species I've studied. It had tentacles, so I guess at some sort of octopus or squid or an anemone. An anemone. I can't see the words. One of my research vessels was moored around the back of the station, so I managed to slip away in that while it was tearing apart the front. There's a lot of valuable data and equipment left there, but I'm not going back. I can't. I won't face it again. Is there anything else? Now that you mention it, I've been so preoccupied with that attack and having to rebuild here, I'd almost forgotten. I found these letters from my sister. She sent them to me while I was studying before she... The researcher was quiet for a moment and stares off to the side. Anyway, I kept finding them amongst my papers. I don't remember packing them, but I must have. I started finding them more frequently. They turned up in my collection nets in my sampling tubes. They were letters I'd never seen before, but they were in her writing. They were in her name. They were saying things, talking about things that happened after she died. I can't explain it. Is there anything else? Oh, man. Her sister's a ghost. Oh, I need the abyssal, huh? There's another spot on the edge here. Nice. You. He gross. Oh, I should put out my traps, huh? Let's put them out here. Yes, I know I can teleport. Thank you. Put out the net, because there's some we can only catch through the net. Waves lap at the pile of floats and collecting on the beach. Nest on the center is a wooden chest. Look inside. A bag of doubloons, sapphire earrings, and heart of a treasure map. To be honest, that open water over there, kind of scary. Well, hello. Okay. Looks like there's a town over there. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it is a town of some kind. Yeah, I see that now. Mimic. We have mimics in this game. And here I thought me having to worry about mimics was done. There's a skinny brown dog leaving around in the shallows. Occasionally it lunges the water, snapping at small sliver of fish. This technique is ineffective. It doesn't work. You jump off the boat into high water. Our dog stops chasing fish. Focuses on you. Oh, we gotta give that to the lady. That's evil, isn't it? Oh, it's night. Let me rest. I don't know the dangers of this area yet. So let's... I don't want to lose the dog. That's the other thing. Oh yeah, those jellyfish are evil. Evil, evil jellyfish. I'm half tempted just to float in the middle and see what happens. Just cuz. But it seems like if I want to progress, I'm going to have to upgrade my fishing rod and get an abyssal fishing rod. Hello again. What do you need? This dog needs a new home. Oh, dog. Oh, gosh. Let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. She crouches down to pet the dog, grinning. The dog looks at you in response. I could definitely take this one off your hands, and I'd love the company. Are you sure? Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Oh, we're going to be such good friends. You're going to be my assistant. Suddenly, the dog stands upright and begins to retch, its stomach heaving. Seconds later, it vomits a wet glob onto the floor. Something glistens through the mucus. Oh, that's interesting. I suppose that's yours if you want it. I can give the rest. Don't worry about it. Okay. So pursuits. Oh, I need to get a rotting conager eel. Okay. Let's see if I've right around with the net a little bit and see if we can't get that one rare fish from the net. While I dredge up some stuff. Damn it, I pressed it too early. Oh. Nice. I hear animal. Do you see that out there? What is that? I'm not fucking with it. Looks like a buoy of some kind. I'm good for now. I'm not gonna catch any more fish like this, am I? Don't like that at all. An aberration off my first pull? Okay. Damn. Damn. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. No, I'm not going to be able to catch anyone like that. Okay. Also, the spot is gone now. That was one of the ones we needed, isn't it? Okay. think we need that for our quest, right? One firefly squid. Is that not what I have? Yes, I'll take that too real quick. I'll do those in a second. Yeah, test it. See what happens. See if it helps your game load better. You look different. Because you are. He's a big boy, a barracuda. Oh, he's 4 pieces long. That's crazy work. Another ring. Nice. I got plenty of wood now. I need the cloth. That's what I need, cloth. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. About it down. Blow, my bully boys, blow. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the sun come, we'll take our leave and go. 2 weeks from shore went down on her a right whalebone. Oh. 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 I'll take it. Okay, one day I'll figure out the right area I'm trying to go to here. Something slithers into my cargo. Do I want to get rid of that now? I don't like that. Gross. Oh. Good. Nice. Oh, sweet. I think we got all the fish we need. Let me take it to the lady. Lady, leave me tonight. Oh, now maybe. You cannot have my prize catch, but you can have that one. Thank you. Looks like you got all the surface specimens I need. But, yes, I do need some from deeper down. But that's going to be a problem. Why is that a problem? I developed a device to retrieve samples from the Abyssal Zone. This is over in the other research outpost before the attack. I have an idea of how to keep the creature at bay long enough to collect these samples, but while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully, I suggest you go during the day. I wouldn't want to be out the reef at night. Is there anything else? Okay. Let me go sell these squids. Nope. Fuck me, I'm stupid. No! I lost my octopus. see. Nice. Okay. So, what is she wanting me to do? Oh, okay, I need to go back to the research office. Okay. I can do that. It's slightly faster. Laboratories in ruins, but the equipment and research papers shown all over the place. Where do you want to look? There's nothing left in the cupboards. Where do you want to look? Inspect the equipment on the table. After some searching, you find the prototype parts that the researcher needs to assemble the sampling device. You still have the prototype parts on board. Okay, cool. Stupid. Doubloons. Laddie, I've got plenty of doubloons, I do. Alright, give me my last engine piece. I need cloth. The lightning. Also very frightening. Okay, ma'am. I got the prototype parts. Hello again. What do you need? I have those prototype parts you asked for. Excellent. Let me assemble a device for you. This should allow you to catch specimens from much greater depths. It's a little slow, but you may be able to make some improvements. Ooh. Oh. Now, I've developed a repulsion machine that produces a bright light and emits a high-pitched noise. It should deter the creature from attacking or enrage it. I'm not sure. Connected to the research outpost generator. You'll have to return and re-engage it every few hours, but other than that, it's completely automated. Okay. Great, now take a look at the specimens. Remember, you want to activate the machine before collecting these. You might also need to improve the equipment I gave you to catch some of these. Okay. Oh, we can Tokyo drift this bitch, no problem. A loose jaw giant amphipod. Anglerfish, snailfish. Okay. Oh, my chest. In the storage with E. So then how would I improve upon it? I see. Ugh. Damn, sleepers. So I need to get another upgrade engine. You know, I think I'll run back to the little marrow, sell all this treasure I've got, because I've got a ton of it. And then we'll head back this way. So let's go little marrow. It's due northeast, exactly. How's everybody doing tonight? You know, doing good myself. I'm trying to finagle. I have a. If any of you know what a Raspberry Pi is, I've been messing with mine. I have a 4, and I've had one for a while. And I had forever ago bought a kit that gives it a little touch screen that you can use as your screen for the Raspberry Pi. And I have to download some drivers, so I've been trying to get it booted. I don't know if the SD card I've got has the boot file anymore. I may need to go ahead and reinstall Raspberry Pi OS. But if I can get it working, the drivers for the screen are available online. And I could have this little screen here, and I thought about something fun to do for it, is I could have it set here on my desk and have it be a chat integration. I thought about maybe doing something to get it to be chat integrated, so that I can have my chat on the Raspberry Pi, because you can mount it to stuff, and I can mount it on the side of like my computer or something. And I thought that'd be a cool little thing to do, like have little blocks of text that I could look at whenever you guys are chatting. I need cloth, not steel. I'll see if I can get that up and going sometime soon. Right. Let's sell off some of this treasure I've got. Nice. Gave me quite a bit of money. Okay. Oh, and I have a flag for the painter. Okay. And, oh, I remember, there is that shipwreck somewhere over here, isn't there? That's basically like my ship. I need to go back over to that. delicious. Alright. Let's go find that other shipwreck that looks like my shipwreck. Or my ship. I forgot about that until right now. I think it's like over here or something, isn't it? Oh, it's over there. Or no, it's right there. Nobody's given me a book in a while. I kind of want one. Nice. Okay, now we can collect what we're on this ship. Put in storage. I can install that. Nice. Little inlet here. Little chain. Okay, cool. Vessel. Oh. Well then. I just need cloth and I can upgrade my ship to the next tier. What do I need for that? I need 2 refined metal, 3 cloth. I've got plenty of metal scrap and wood. I'll need to refine metal. But I've got plenty of the other ones. I need the cloth. I need 5 cloth total to make this up right here. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do today. On day 48. You motherfucker. Goddamn buoy. Alright, in the past. Oh, is that cloth? Oh, that's cloth, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, baby! Oi, lads, we love to see a bit of cloth in the fucking ocean there. Nice. Alright, now. Oh, it's over there. I can also buzz this shit open. Finally, because I have the explosives. Look at it. I freed it open. There's even more cloth. Oh, refined metal? Oh, baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. Nice. Man, fuck your fish. Oh, there's stuff over there, yeah. Just wooden. Yeah, wooden metal scrap, right? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't want to be out in the open sea for too long at night. Lest a Leviathan come out of nowhere to grab my ass. Yanking me away, you know? I'm just scared, chat. Don't let me fool you into thinking otherwise. With that refined metal pickup, though, I can definitely, Okay, first off, this needs to get fucking organized. Holy shit. Holy shit. My OCD was like, I wanna make all this align. That's fine. Okay. Perfect. Oh, that perfect spot for that. Phenomenal. Sorry, man, I gotta go do an upgrade real quick. Meow. Yes. Three cloth, bro. But I do have 2 extra fishing slots. Yes. Perfect. Okay, we'll wait for that then. Alright, I have to go find more friggin' cloth, man. Alright, them aisles over here. I want to go here. See if we can go this way. For scrap to delge. The dredge. Delge? I'm making up new vocabulary, Chad. It's crazy. Ooh, that's close. That's cloth. Give me it. Yes. Oh, finally. I've never been more happy to find wet cloth in my life. Oh, I mean, I'm not upset about that, but that's not what I was wanting. Oh, you bitch. Alright, fair enough. Go check on the builder while we're here. And rest. Hello. Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. Good talk. Alright. I need one more cloth and we can upgrade this baby. That's metal. I don't need it. If we ain't talking cloth, then I don't want to talk. That looks like some cloth. That is some cloth right there. No, that's wood. You know that good. Yeah? Something vibrated the fuck out of my controller. Was that the Leviathan? Is that a fucking dinner plate? Nice. Friggin' gross, man. I want my hull upgrade, and I want it now. I want my money, and I want it now. Wasted all day looking. We'll go over to that inlet after I rest again, because I'm savagely terrified of Leviathan. It has gripped my soul. And I will scream like a little girl when I see it for the first time. Make no mistake. Okay, mother fuck. That's where that one dude was. He was like, no, don't make me go out there. There's a big old fish that's gonna eat me. Yeah, he was right. Cool. Oh, it's a flag. Oh, you've got to be bloody kidding me. I just want me cloth. Oh, this is absolute poppycock it is. That's metal scrap. That's wood. That's wood. Right there. Man. I'm gonna sleep here, boss. Give me a minute. Has anybody ever been on a boat for an extended period of time? Here, like I've heard of people like living on boats for short times, or actually longer than short times. How does that work? You know? Is my shit broken? It is. I should have sold all these. The dolphins, hey. Oh, there's something over there. I got a goblet, yes. I can drink. Curious looking chest has submerged in the sand. Look inside. Dabloon. Do I hear a dog? Oh, welcome back. Did you enjoy your time? Did you win? Good. We love to hear that. Smooth as silk, it was easy. All right, don't need to brag. You good at the game, I understand. I don't know why. And maybe this is just a me thing. But the music when I hit that shop reminds me of that meme of the horse where it shakes its head. Please. Oh. The smoothest in the PC? Yeah? I mean, I would hope that it would run a little better after you stop all the extra processes that you've had going on this whole time. This is indeed a problem. Okay. Yeah. I'm telling you, Windows has some kind of issue with, like, basically, like, overloading the system as time goes on with nonsense that you don't need or care about. Like, applications will double up or something. Like, something stupid happens a lot like that. Sounds like a plan to me. Let me upgrade. That. Yes. Because now I can purchase that. But I can't use it yet. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, we'll skip. I'm a fool. Do you sell a small rod that can do shallow and oceanic or no? Damn. Okay. It's only coastal, okay. Okay. We can catch all of it now, baby. Yeah, the stutters for sure. What else would it have been? But no, so what does Deep of Night let you fight all the bosses in a row or something? Like, is it a big gauntlet kind of thing? Southwest, right? Yeah. All right, let's go back to Southwest, I guess. If I see any cloth, we're picking it up on the way there. Because by golly, I want that upgrade to the ship. ASAP Rocky. Oh, okay. Orca whales! The deadliest friends of the sea. Oh man, that sounds like, oh, you know what? This is a perfect chance to use my abyssal line. Ooh. Nice. Oh, okay. Can you select which depth you do at a time, or you have to do whatever the lowest depth is? Or I guess you did 3, so you wouldn't have to use the lowest depth. But is it host dependent, I guess? If you're a higher depth level, can you pick the depth? Oh! Oh, we got it. We got it. Let's go, baby, to the ship place. It is average. Okay. Take me away. Take me away. Take me away. A great escape. Another flag. Oh, nice. I like that one. It never does respond to my touch. It was very lame of it. Gotcha. Okay, rank 5. Do you get, like, exclusive rewards for being at depth 5? Oh, shit. Well, then. Why do it? I guess it's just something to get people to grind. $800 to buy it, that's crazy. Okay. Got everything I need except the money, which is a bit of a bummer. That's fair. It's definitely better to have friends when you play stuff like that, I feel. Oh, wait. Oh! I pieced it together. Where's that on my map? We need to figure out that shit. We're gonna put you over here. Okay, so it's like right out over there. It's like right over here, I think. I think I'm reading the map right. Oh, there's some buried treasure over here, lots. I bet it's that thing out there, isn't it? Man, I didn't even need to buy that refined metal. It's crazy. Shit. I'll come back for you. I thought it'd be easier to compare the map spots, but I realized very quickly after that it's that thing I saw over there. So no, I didn't need the map. I guess I could just discard it, huh? Oh yeah, you're right. Any more? Yeah, you're right. Sometimes my own foolishness baffles even me. Nice. Oh. Ooh. Okay, let me go back and get that metal. Like I said, I never claimed to be a wise man. Never claimed to be a man of intelligence. Nice. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let me catch more abyssal fish. You. Nice. Yeah, gonna be honest, not really digging the whole evil fish thing. Need you guys to calm it the fuck down. Are there multiple chests to find then? Okay, let me go. There was that trench over here where I come in at. Oh. A research piece? Don't mind if I do. Nice. Yes, you. Oh, there we go. Just an anglerfish. Gross. Also a problem because I probably can't carry more than this. Man. And I've achieved the same effect. Good. Good job, me. I do great things. With something worth 500. What's worth 500? My metal? Is my metal worth 500? Oh. I'll put it up then. I don't remember how much it cost. I'll be honest. Phenomenal. Ooh. These are two of the fish she needs, right? Hello, ma'am. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got two of them. Nice. I'll be going now. I don't like that it made my lights go out. Later, loser. need to collect all these. Damn. Oh, shit. Fish market. Okay. We're halfway to 800. I'm gonna go fish today. Mackerel. Well, no more mackerel. Yeah, I desperately need that whole upgrade bad. Mackerel's expensive. Oh, there we go. Or barracuda. I said mackerel like a fool. Damn. $83? Man, these barracudas are insane. Put them in my storage. Fool that I am. Alright, we're close. We just need some more fishes. Unfortunate. It'll never work. Nah, my hubris. Is a man not entitled to the fish he catches? Oh! Clearly gold. Yeah, you're right. Clearly goldfish. Actually, it's a clownfish. I'm closely related to those. Yes. $70 away. This is what I like to see. Give me the evil and fucked up snappers. Let's see. This is how we end our tale. Phenomenal. Oh, it's time. Oh. Oh my god, look at all that space. Ah! This really isn't doing anything for me. Oh. Look at that. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So, we're gonna start padding this out. Clear out the storage here. So I've been holding on to these materials for forever. Damn. Phenomenal. Look at all this new space we have. Okay. There's so much space now. It's insane how much space we have. Holy shit, look at all that space we have. Oh. I feel good. I know that I wouldn't now. I feel good. I knew that I would. So good. So good. I need you. Alright, so I'm guessing the other two things I need are in there, so I need to do this. No, please. I was off key and everything. Well, at least I'm not, you know, saying any lyrics from a certain album that released by a popular singer recently, because apparently I heard if you even say her lyrics, you get DMCA'd and copyright striked. Okay. Do I need to go to my store? Oh, I need to bring the thing with me. I forgot it. Fuck. Five Nights at Freddy Fuckabears. Yeah, I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you? I don't know why I said that. I was just been sitting here thinking about why I just said fucking. It's just an auditory stim. It is a certain person who could be described as having a certain agility, but not in ability, but in name. You know, I'm afraid that even saying their name out loud could potentially set me up for a certain strike. If not from the lawyers, from the fans themselves. I don't need my pipe bomb. I don't need my mailbox pipe bomb by a bunch of young white women. I expect it from the furries, but no, we joke. We cool with the furries. As long as they don't pipe bomb my mailbox. That's the only stipulation. They do that, then we're done. That's pretty much, I think that's the cutting point for a lot of my relationships with people. If you pipe bomb my mailbox, I think we just kind of have to go our separate ways. It's kind of a deal breaker. Who is we? You know. propulsion machine hums and whirs to life, and a few seconds later, a bright light shoots from the top and an alarm begins blaring. The researcher said they should keep the creature at bay for a time at least. Let's go. He is gone. And we out of here. So let's see. I was at what, 16? And he showed back up within. Oh! So it's what I'm assuming 4 hours in game time. I'm upset that I just lost that fish. I know, I'm... Ah! Here you go. No, I gotta go pay to fix my ship up because I'm a stupid idiot. Okay. It's going on for quite a while. I don't want to run back in there now. But... Radiant squid. Radiant? Ah! Oh my god. Look. I need help. Oh. You sell all the good stuff, lady. Can I buy, you know, all your stuff? I'm dying. Alright, we do some night fishing tonight. Because I also want to test how long it is before he gets his ass out the water. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I got another radiant squid. Is this a Hollow Knight reference, guys? Instead of a radiant instead of a moth, it's a squid. Where are my squid enjoyers at? Y'all squidding it up out there. We Splatoon 1 up in this bitch. You're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid. You're a big boy. I don't want you. Need to blow that up. I can't pick up a mackerel or a snap, whatever he is. Is that what I think it is? Cloth. This fabric will keep me warm from many winter. You're not fabric. This fabric will keep me warm for many a winter. Phenomenal. Oh, 3? Fucking phenomenal, dude. Oh my god, that's big. It's huge. Oh, nice. Cool. Well, that worked out fantastically. We love that. There's a squid below. And he's kinda dope. I've seen enough explicit material from Japan in an animated format to know where this is going. So. Yes. Twin jet drive? Boy. I want that. I want to go fast. I guess I need wood. I guess I need wood. Phenomenal. Okay. Total of 2 more cloth and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of wood. Are you serious? Okay, 8 pieces of wood. Fantastic. Alright, let's do what we came here for. Oh, wait, it's nighttime. Again. Make believe reborn. Okay. Goodness, I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting a little sleepy. And away we go. I will say I have been enjoying myself playing this game. You know, even though I am a scaredy cat of the big boy and the Leviathan, this game has been very enjoyable. It's very cozy time. I should have bought bombs. Rope, arrows, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rubies. I'm sorry, Link. I don't do credit. You come back when you're a little richer. Let me depart. Let me get my abyssal object. Perfect. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. We have everything we need. Truly, this is a good thing. Mark, we can finally be bees. This is good news.
Cell 1, Cell 2, Cell 3, Cell 4, Cell 5, Cell 6, Cell 7, Cell 8. Ugh, so great.
Who the lady in the lab? Gotta give her this big crab. Well, it's not actually a crab, it's a amphipod, which is basically like a large bug that sits at the bottom of the ocean and feeds off the surface of the ground to pick apart. I don't know. It's big bug. It do a big thing. I haven't collected these in God knows how long. Let's go. Researcher. Oh, I've already given you the slugfish, huh? Or the snailfish. Boop. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? Give me the bad news first. The bad news is that the samples you retrieve from the basin have dangerously high counts of cellular mutations. Good. The good news is that I've honed in on what's causing the abnormalities in the ecosystem. This all points to one thing. That thing in the basin is harmful to life at a cellular level. It damages everything around it, whether passively or with intent. I need to write up a report on my findings. Sorry, our findings immediately. Maybe now they'll take me seriously. Oh, Howard, you've done all this for me, and I have not much to say thank you with. You should have this. She opens the drawer and pulls out a book. Sheepishly, she hands it to you. This is something I wrote during my studies. I think it'll be useful to you. Thanks again for your help. I recommend that you avoid that area. It doesn't seem safe to be near the basin. Well, joke's on you. I'm not going back in. Not right now. Alright, really quick, I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna get my crab traps, because I need to get my crab traps, because I can't forget my crab traps. My crab traps. Yes. Wow. I love reading. I love expanding my knowledge base. Yeah, baby. I love gaining vast amounts of information. I love scholarly study. I love indulging in active reading to increase the amount of knowledge in my brain at any given point. Speaking of, I should actually... I have to sell all this crab. Operation Crab. Twin jet drive engine. That's crazy. Okie dokie. Damn. Okay. There's some... Oh, wait. I need to actually... Hey, do you mind if I buy a bomb? Thanks. And I'm buying this as well. It shall be mine. Alright, I gotta go grab wood. That sounds wrong. Out of context. Blow it all away. Break through it all and don't back down. You won't be there. Cause the fire in you never dies. It comes around. I mean, hey, sometimes you don't even need to have, like, extensive information on the subject to know that, hey, things don't add up. It's a thing I like to call, or it's a thing I like to say that knowledge is like puzzle pieces and intelligence is your ability to put pieces together. You don't necessarily need like the pieces of a puzzle to solve a puzzle. Cause you could just imagine it in your brain. And you also don't need to know how to solve the puzzle to have the puzzle pieces, obviously. And sometimes a perspective that is not of an expertise can be enlightening on a field that has an expertise. Never underestimate your ability to just look at something and connect some dots. Lord knows I can't do it. Self-deprecation aside. That is a lot of wood. Man, I was gonna say I love wood, but I should just stop while I'm ahead. I mean, that's good. Having the ability to not only provide information that gives context for somebody who's not knowledgeable, especially in something like a thesis, I think is good work. I also think that to have expertise in a field is to be able to explain it to people, or be able to put it in a way that people that aren't experts in the field to be able to understand. Hello? If you're an expert or you have expertise on a subject, you should be able to break it down to people who don't have expertise on the subject. Because that just makes sense. People with knowledge should be able to dumb things down for people who don't have extensive knowledge on the topic. And that's how I feel about experts. If somebody's an expert and they can't break it down so that somebody could potentially understand it without extensive knowledge of the field, I feel like you can't really call yourself an expert, because like you should have the expertise, you know, expertise, to be able to pass that information on to other people in a context that they could understand. Like when you get dudes who claim to be experts in, like, I don't know, what's something that's a hot topic, like medical field, you know, Tylenol causes autism, that whole debacle. If you can't properly explain to the common people why you've come to this assessment, I feel like then you can't really claim it to be true. And not in the sense that, like, because you couldn't, you know, explain it, but that because you can't explain it without having to use complicated information that to a regular person makes no sense. Do I have any support for all this? I do. Maybe, hopefully I'm making sense. I might be yapping a little bit. That might be what's happening here, but I don't know. I just think, yeah, that's also fair. You can take that assessment as well, yeah. And I feel like even if you're an expert on something, you should be willing to take criticism and insight from somebody, even if they aren't an expert in your field. I feel like if you're an expert, you would vie for more conversation than none at all, which is something I see a lot of in discourse. You'll have people that are like, oh, well, I'm an expert. You couldn't ever understand the things I know. And I'm like, well, that's because you refuse to converse with me and explain it in a manner that we could have that dialogue. You know what I mean? Man, these are fast. How much is one of those twin jet engines going to run, ma'am? That's actually not as bad as I was expecting it to be. Interesting. Alright, we're done. I'm going to activate the warp. I got 25 bucks. Take it or leave it. I'll take it. I'm freaked the fuck out. Look at my body. Oh, I need to get the relic from my storage. I got your bracelet, buddy. You walk in and place the jewel-encrusted ring on a table by the collector. His eyes widen. We're certainly making excellent progress now. And I know what you're thinking. An item like this would fetch a fortune at any auction. But for us, its value transcends material wealth. Regardless, you are due a reward. He opens the crimson book, its spine cracking audibly. Selecting a page carefully, he begins to read aloud. The words sound muffled, as though he's speaking through a thick haze. You hear growling, crackling in your ears. Suddenly, your vision flares and both your ears pop. He closes the book. We must keep searching. I've been thinking more on where we might find another. I can imagine all manner of detritus swallowed by the silty muck of twisted strands channels. It's worth investigating. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? Nope, I'm leaving. Bye. He's such a crazy weirdo, dude. Also, did I explode and reconstitute in 2 different places? Am I real? Am I alive? Am I even the same me? How do you think portal travel works? Like teleportation. You know, people like to say that if you were to teleport, you would basically be destroying the current version of yourself and making a new version of yourself at the location you're going to. My question is, do you think that's what happens? Like, when you were to, if you were to teleport per se. Chat, is this real? I mean, it's a good question. Is it real, chat? I need to know. But do you consider potentially the idea that the teleported you isn't actually the same you? Like, it's an interesting thought experiment. If everything, if it's the same cellular makeup, like all, like even degradation of the cells is all the same, and you have all the same memories, everything about you is identical, and I mean down to the molecule and the memory. Everything's identical. Is it still you, even if it was a potential reconstruction or clone of you, even though everything about you is the same as you were before you teleported? Is it still the same person? Are you still you? Or are you another version of you that is now replacing the pre-existing variant of you that got teleported? You don't think it's you? I'm of the mind that it's not you either, by just the technicality of it, the concept of deconstructing and reconstructing. So in that instance, you are replaced by another version of you, but because the original is gone, that becomes de facto you. You know what I mean? You must have been around most towns by now. Have you found whatever it is you're looking for? Almost. She sifts her weight and leans hard against her staff. How can you be so sure? The last time you thought you knew, and look what happened. She turns from you, shaking her head and muttering. She heads back towards the lighthouse. Okay. This. Would sacrificing one of these give me enough? I think it would. We've got speed. Fantastic. No time to linger. I wish it told me what that meant. Yeah. So I think in the instance that you're right, it is a different you. It's a replica. But because you don't exist anymore, that becomes the de facto variant. Like, it replaces you as you. because you no longer exist as per the terms of the teleportation. Up there. Oh, we have to read these. I have not written in a few days. I have been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to keep warm no matter what I do. The ink is run from some lines here, and they are illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came up with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew at such a tantalizing discovery. I remember the next moments with excruciating clarity. We pried it open easily. The buckling of the boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled out onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down into the open casket, then turned to me. In his eyes, I saw the void. Page is gone. We're engaged to be married. Ah! He sailed us out to the very center of Stellar Basin to see the lights. We talked for hours, something we have not done in such a long time, waiting and hoping. Sometime past midnight, as we were growing delirious and hysterical from this lack of sleep, the aurora shimmered into the skies above. But when I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I can't even remember what he said or what I said, but I know that I said yes. The ring is beautiful, with a span of jewels going right the way around. I cannot take my eyes off it. P.S. I was not sure whether to write this under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of days, but I feel that the news is significant enough to warrant spanning multiple entries. Beautiful. They're both dead, aren't they? Just saying. Are there any fishes here that I haven't caught? Oh, right, the big fish. I need to get the big fish. I wonder how fast we are now. So that's northwest. Okay. Oh, we are zooming. I think thought experiments like that, where you have to kind of think of the concept of, are you after teleportation, is a fun thought experiment, just for the fact that, like, I don't know, it's just kind of cool to think about. Like, what do you think about the interpretation of the multiple worlds theory, where, like, everything that has happened, and that every decision you make splinters off into multiple timelines? That no matter what you do, there's always going to be some version of you that made the opposite choice, and and that whole life from that one decision could be completely different. I think it's an interesting concept to play around with. You don't think it's a thing? What about the, what about alternate dimensions, just in general? Do you believe in alternate dimensions? I had just enough to fix everything. That's crazy. Parallel Earths. Ooh, I like that. Not really. That's fair. Okay. Well, this place is absolutely terrifying. I think alternate dimensions exist, and I think that they exist on a plane very close to our own. And I think that's where ghosts come from. The trolley problem seems simple. I mean, yeah, you'd pick the you would pick to save the 1 or the 5 people versus the 1? Because, I mean, statistically, that is the better of the options. It's a moral issue. You know, are you willing to live with the guilt of killing a man at all? You know? Whether it be through inaction or action. Yeah. So is it better to be negligent, or is it better to... What the fuck is that? What's that? Okay, where am I going? Is it just straight ahead? Really? Okay. Fuck it. I guess, let me sleep, and then we'll go. Yeah. One is death through negligence, one is death through active decision by your own hand. So, it's not so much an issue of, like... Is it better to let the 1 guy die or the 5 guys die? It's like, what are you willing to live with? Through the concept of these people died because of my inability or ability to intervene into the event. And some people really struggle with that. God damn it. Yeah. And I think that's a fair outcome to come to. A large man is watching you through the billowing smoke of a campfire, hardly carving away at a wooden stake. He stands as you pull ashore. Stranger, from that look on your face, I'd say you've encountered local wretches. Take a seat. You join him by the fire. I've been trying to get rid of him from this accursed jungle ever since we wrecked here. The boys call them mind suckers, on account of them, well, affecting the mind. Made us see things. Do things. I'd ask you for safe passage from here, but not until I've avenged my squadron. What happened? Oh, of course. No. Yeah, I don't think anybody realistically would. At least if you have any kind of empathy, you know. But it is, in my opinion, better to not pull the lever, because killing 5 people is, in my brain, worse overall, you know. But that's just because I view it as, you know, one versus the many kind of a mentality. But some people are different, you know. Some people will rationalize it saving the 1 guy, you know, because maybe that 1 guy is somebody that has, like, he's a doctor who could cure cancer. You know, there's a lot of answers to it, and I don't think anybody necessarily is incorrect for their decisions in it. Even though some people will probably make it seem like there's a right and wrong answer. I think it's more just a dive into the mind of people. Right. So if it was heading towards the 5, and actively intervening would cause it to kill the 1, would you pull that lever then? No? Okay. Because if you did, it'd be you enacting the death upon the person because you pulled the lever to change the track. Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's valid. It's like I said, it's It's more of a conversation on how people handle things rather than it being a right and wrong situation. Yeah, obviously if it's people you care about, your answer will change. Like, oh, you know, that one person is my child, or the 5 people are my family, you know? Like, obviously in that instance you're going to be harder pressed to make a decision, because obviously you don't want to kill people you love, but it's tough. It's tough to make these decisions. And it's also tough to really blame anybody for making their choices. Gross. Can I fix my ship up? Do I have the money for it? Okay. So I've got to do the thing for the man here. I still need to do this one, huh? Damn. Find the frame, find the barrel. Those listed on the map for me? They are. Okay. That area will be blocked off, so let's go this way, shall we? Oh, you moved over there, you bastard. Better stay over there, crocodile. What about other, like, I guess morality questions would be interesting to discuss. I guess not morality, just, inquisitive, existential, whatever. It's Halloween. Let's talk about something spooky. Ghosts, right? I'd mentioned before how I believe that ghosts are relevant to multiple reality. And my theory is that our dimensions exist on a multiple layer, and sometimes the layers of the dimensions overlap. And that can create situations where we see ghosts, or what we would call ghosts, because wouldn't quite be able to make them out, effectively. And especially because the human mind, we love to abstract and basically assume or complete ideas or things in our brain with as little information as possible to rationalize, because the brain not knowing something terrifies it to a high degree. So the ability to understand like a ghost would be hard for the brain to process. So we rationalize it as something supernatural when it could be potentially something that we could explain through better understanding of how things work with the world. It could be something, it could be dead souls, but I like to think that maybe the things we see as ghosts are basically like slight, like bumps from other realities into our world, But I said I could be wrong. It's just a theory. Not a game theory, because it's real life. And real life theory doesn't sound as good. It's been years since I have been warned. I do not expect him to write, I just need to know that he thinks of me from time to time. The next few lines have been smudged out. He must return. More smudging follows. I've written him another letter. This will be the last one. You don't believe in ghosts? That's fair. I'm not a huge ghost believer either. At least not in the sense of like they're dead spirits. That's why I kind of I like the idea of it being like bumps or nudges or like invasions of other realities into our own, whether it be on purpose or otherwise. I think it'd be fun if it were that. Some people really believe in ghosts and spirits and stuff, and maybe things like the Fae are real. Who knows? Maybe stuff that's like magical could be real in a sense of like, I don't know. I think maybe concepts of like elves and magical creatures could be based off of like ancient aliens. That could be a fun theory, you know. I don't personally believe it, but I like to think of it like we have so much like mythology, theory, crafting of beings that look like us but are just ever so slightly different. And I like to think that's because, you know, in terms of like aliens, I don't believe in like, oh, what the fuck? That was a different fishing mechanism. I like to think that aliens probably aren't gonna be so different from us. Like, obviously, they will look a little different, but I like to think that maybe aliens are going to look like elves, you know? I think that'd be fun. Like, imagine an alien ship arrives and out walks just a tall, slender humanoid with sharp ears. Be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Or maybe, like, a really, like, short, stout man with full like facial hair down to his ankles walks out, and he's got a hammer and he's here to craft, you know? What if fantasy creatures were aliens? I think that'd be fun. Probably not something that would realistically be true, but I think it'd be fun, funny. All the people who are like, oh my god, elves. And I think it'd be funny for people who think that aliens are like tiny green little dudes or gray little dudes. Oh, shit! Ah! Bastard. I trust him. I mean, you don't have to. It doesn't make you boring not to believe in that stuff, I don't think. I think people tend to have a connotation that if you don't think of things in a whimsical sense, you're some innately boring individual. And I find that to be a bit derivative. Because, I mean, everybody finds different things interesting, you know? So, to say that somebody's boring because they don't agree or like don't like to be whimsical about certain topics doesn't necessarily make them a boring person. Personally, I'm just a yapper. I like to yap a lot. I like to think a lot. I like to theorize and storycraft and come up with ideas. It's just my bag. Horseshoe crab. That's a big boy. Goodness. How many more days do I have on that one day? Okay. But I think it's fun to just come up with ideas. Like I said, the brain likes to theorize about the unexplained things that we experience on a day-to-day, and we like to rationalize it in a way that makes it seem less on the surface scary. I mean, think about the fact that we have the uncanny valley. Uncanny? My pronunciation of words is quite interesting sometimes. Yeah, like we have the uncanny valley, you know? Like the whole idea that we have an innate fear of something that looks human but isn't. And I think that's an interesting aspect of human psychology because, like, obviously, the uncanny valley is just an obscured person. It's just somebody who isn't visible easily, or, you know, if they are visible, it's hard to see them clearly, so our brains think of them as being something that is fantastical in nature. Oh, he's hunting me. But, you know, at the end of the day, most things can be and eventually will be explained through our better understanding of it. Just gotta give it time. I'm on the outskirts of this. I'll explore the outskirts real quick. Anything cool out here? I also like literary devices. That's something I do enjoy, like Occam's razor. You know, the typically the easiest answer is the most correct. Plan for the future. Nice. Because it's interesting to discuss literary devices when telling stories. I feel like that happens to a lot of people that are philosophical. It's... Oh, they were rotting good. Because, I mean, like, you can wax poetically all day, you know? But if you're not seeing some kind of, like... I feel like a lot of people like to... What am I trying to say here? I feel like the concept of philosophy is very... I feel like it's very self-indulgent, naturally. Seeking out philosophy tends to be an endeavor for people who want to broaden their understanding, and that in and of itself tends to be very self-fulfilling in terms of, like, not just from like a selfish point of view, but like people want to broaden their understanding of things, even if sometimes it's hard to make that understanding. I am not articulate enough to make these statements. I cannot articulate what I'm trying to say in my brain. What I'm trying to say in the basic most terms is, like, it's understandable to lose interest in something over time, because that's just human nature. We can't drive ourselves forward on a concept forever, because the mind wants to experience and learn. So losing interest in something is a reasonable expectation of most people. The mind wants new things to dabble with. So, and I mean, you can always wind up going back to it. I feel like that's something a lot of people like throw away as a concept, is the ability to go back and reintroduce aspects that you have grown tired of. Because, you know, people I know in life, and me myself personally, we tend to. I need to stop like talking in absolutes, because it is person per person. But, like, for me personally, I mean, I've heard stories of people unwilling to take a concept or go back to try a concept or anything, because they're done with it in their mind. You know, they lost the interest, and they can't see the ability to reignite that interest. And I think that's very limiting for a person, because you never know if you would or would not be interested until it happens. I think we as people, and I'm talking in a kind of like metaphorical sense. I'm not speaking on any absolute powers or anything like that. But like, a lot of people, I feel like to think that they know themselves to a T, and I think that isn't necessarily always the case. You can have a deep understanding of yourself as a person, but you will always be surprised by the things that you can enjoy or learn to enjoy on a whim. And that's why, me personally, my perspective of life is that you can't really cross anything off the table until you really give it a fair shot, because you never know if you're going to enjoy it or are going to have an interest in it for the sake of, like, it's something that you haven't done before. And even if you have done it before, the interest may re-spark, you know? And I think a lot of people like to write that aspect off, because we have a sense of, a lot of people like to have a sense of, like, finality with things. So, like, once they're done with something, they're done with something. And I think that you can have both. You can totally be 100% done with something, but you can also always reignite and reapproach something and find new joy in it. You know? I don't know if I'm speaking in any kind of sensible way, but as much as I'm trying to make a statement, I could just be yapping. Oh, cool, he gives me stuff. Okay. That's a lot. Now, while I work on assembling the mortar, you can get started on the next phase of the plan. I'm very fluent in Japanese, let me tell you. You may have some contraptions and lagoons around here. I've assembled those traps for the mine suckers. We just need to lure them in there. Once they're in, you see, I can fire on them with our new mortar, and that'll be the end of them. No more nightmares. I'll mark the location of traps on your map. Got it? Where are we gonna move traps? They're attracted to some very specific types of bait. Your skills will come in handy here yet again. You got everything? Oh. You make 3 special baits from different combinations of fish. Let's just get to the baits for the first one. This one takes 3 fish from the area to make. I haven't discovered any of them, but I can shortly. Because we'll need to get the... Okay. That's all for now. Gotta go get fish. Yeah, I don't know. I like to yap a lot. I know it's a problem. I hope that at the very least my yapping makes for somewhat interesting content. You know. What is this? You stay away from me, you monster. You'll never catch me. Never in your life. Okay, I need to get a mangrove fish. Do I have one? Storage. I don't think so. What's in my car? So it's mangrove coastal. Okay, then I can not buy this. Gotcha. Well, time to collect those crabs. Rev up those fryers. I've got a hankering for some Krabby Patties. I did bring up the whole literary thing earlier, like Occam's razor. One aspect of storytelling I do like is when, oh, I can make room for that. I definitely can make room for that. Okay. Literary devices I do like are, you know, obviously the 3 stage journey, the rising action, climax, falling action. I feel like that's. I mean, people will say it's boring to just kind of use the samey ideas, but I think that they work for a reason. You want things to build the tension so that you can invest in the conflict at hand, and because your investment comes from the ability to from the rising action. Oh yeah, what do I have in the net? Is this one of the baits I need? I think it is. Alright, let's go. Oh, it's the nighttime. Oh. What horrors will beseech me in this nightmarish land? Go away, you. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think that's what I need for this bait over here he's trying to make. Oh shit. Oh. Is this an eel? Long fin eel. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Okay. Airman. They are indeed the fish he need. Oh, what? Wait, what was that? Was that another gray pulley? Oh, yeah. The gray mullet. I said pulley? I'm a fool. 2 eels? I have that in spades, brother. Alright, so I need what looks like a catfish and what looks like... what looks like a, type of, long-nosed creature. Phenomenal. The deluxe edition, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've purchased Night Rain. I have to double check. Yeah, do we have any word on what the DLC is actually going to be yet, or are they still, are we still waiting for that information? Yeah, I want to know what the DLC is gonna be. I want to know what the new characters are gonna be, the new playables, and I want to know what the new bosses are gonna be, or how the new bosses are gonna fit into like the grander part of the story. You know? Oh, he looks interesting here. Sergeant Fish. I need to put these crab traps down after I repair them. I need to actually sort through a lot of my junk here. Go back, because I'm not going to remember to do it later, and I'm going to have no space. What kind of character do you want for Night Rain? Like, what kind of new character would you like them to introduce? I think having a monk like the dry leaf martial arts would be cool. I think also I'd like to see like the light swords come into light great swords come into play, or maybe the backward swords. Either one of those would be fun, I think. Plug it on my phone real quick. Because like, what are the weapon archetypes that the characters are already? Oh, a paladin. Oh, you're right on that. Some kind of mace type character. That could be interesting with healing, with like a faith strength build. Yeah, I could see that. What about I mean, I guess at that point, yeah, let's do a Dex Int build as well, like a Dex Int and a Strength Faith. Yeah. But I guess Duchess kind of already is a Dex Int, isn't she? That is a terrifying visage. Yeah. Moonveil players would go crazy. Maybe Strength It. What about a character that uses, like... I guess Executioner uses Arcane. Yeah, Strength Int could be interesting. Unga Bunga Smart Man. I mean, let's be real. The smartest thing you can do is realize that the only thing you need is a big hammer. I'd like them to play with like a different kind of ability though. So like if we're doing a paladin, obviously their ability would be focused on providing health, a heal outside of the Estus. So, but it wouldn't be, it would have to be a cooldown ability. And it can't take away from like Revenant. And her revive ability. Because that's the other thing. Like, these abilities have to work in tandem with the characters that already exist. We can't have something that kind of overwrites a character's usefulness, which Revenant's usefulness is the fact that she can revive and heal efficiently. So, we were to work a paladin, and I think they should be a shield character. So a shield and like a one-handed weapon. like a kite shield design, and I think they should have a type of I mean, Revenant's conceptual usefulness is the revive ability, or Revenant, yeah, Remnant, my favorite character. Yeah, Revenant's idealized usefulness is the ability to revive with her ultimate and keep people alive with her ultimate. So having a character that doesn't innately override that power, I think would be best. So, like, have it be, like, a special variation of some of the heal spells. Like, not something that heals more than, like, a basic heal spell. You could have it be something that evolves over time. I think that would be interesting. Heal spell or heal ability that evolves over time could be really good. And then some kind of offensive ability as well that would play into his faith. Oh fuck, that covered up. I like coming up with ideas for abilities. I think maybe... So I think a healing ability that over time evolves into a stronger variation of, like, greater heal or, like, Erd Tree healing is a good idea. It starts off as, like, a basic heal. So, like, you have to hold the charge, you have to maintain that to get it to max power. And when you do give it max power, it will... it'll heal for quite a bit, like just less than the base Estus heal. Let's do that, and you can heal your teammates. And then his second ability, or I guess her, whatever the character ends being, it's a smite type of ability, like a lightning, a holy lightning, that does multiple types of damage. So like it could be a lightning fire or something. And innately, they should have the ability to heal, to revive faster than other characters. Melee-wise, like if you're doing the melee hits. Because Revenant and Guardian and... There's one other ability like pretty much insta-revives you for most of your bar. Not all the way, but most of your bar. Revenant fully heals you no matter what. Or picks you up no matter what, but the potential paladin character would have the ability to just deal more damage to your revive bar on average, so that you could be picked up faster in combat. And ultimate, let's say ultimate would be... So let's lean into lightning being faith-based. The ultimate would be something like a lightning cloak. Let's say lightning cloak. I like the idea of a lightning cloak that raises natural defense, and also gives this paladin character boosted faith attacks while it's active. Let's say it's active for like how long is Revenant and Executioner's ultimates active for? Or maybe like the slab of rock could also be a baseline. Let's say 45 seconds. No, 30 seconds I feel would be more appropriate. Let's say for 30 seconds to 45 seconds, you get this lightning cloak. All your faith-based abilities are enhanced. And you take 15% less physical damage. And the more times you use it, at a max of 3, you could increase the damage resistance to a total of, let's say, 45%. But as the tiers increase, it takes longer to charge the ultimate. Same thing for the potential healing spell. The more times that it levels up, the longer the cooldown on it is, because it's a more powerful ability. Like, having a character that evolves as the game goes on would be cool, I think. And not just in, like, the sense of levels. Having, like, a tangible, like, advancement of your character, I think would be an interesting proposition. Oh, what? A light bar? Pretty good. Okay, we've got everything I need there. Okay. Let's go blow up some stuff. Let's think about this other potential character. So if we want to do, we could do a battle mage, a strength int build. Well, how about a strength dex int build? So, like, I don't like the fact that tree branch ray is there. Okay. So this character could excel at using physical attack spells, or like stuff like the hammer attack, the carrion blades. Like a full-on physical attacking mage, essentially, is the idea here. They have good scaling with, like, standard dex and strength weapons. And they... and they can, get buffs with certain types of spell. Like, let's think of, like, a Carrion Royal, I guess. Like the Carrion Knight archetype. Goddamn. Oh. So, with that, I think an ability for this potential Carrion Knight should be Carrion Grandeur. They can just instantly pull out the large, gigantic spectral blade, and during this animation, they get some kind of hyper armor, so they can ignore damage for a short time. I'm thinking enough to help you survive some of the attacks of enemies. So you've got this Carrion Grandeur going out, like this gigantic spectral sword. Or not even the spectral sword. Let's go with the full Unga Bunga intellectual and have him summon a giant Carrion hammer. Call it Carrion's Might. And have it be this giant hammer of Hema. And it just do a ton of damage. But the payoff is that it takes a long time to charge up. And it really is a kind of, like, just big Unga Bunga move. Maybe that could be their ultimate even. passive could be something like something involving them having a lot of staves or like implements of attunement, increasing their overall damage physically. So like the more staffs you have on hand, the stronger your physical attacks become, type of idea. I think that'd be an interesting proposition. So that it would cause not only for you to play this spellcaster character by carrying a lot of staves, you know, having a versatility of armaments, but encouraging that so that your passive gives you the damage buff for your physical attacks and your weapon. They would focus in on, let's see, what weapons would they focus in on? Clubs. They would get a special club that also can cast a spell. Their base spell will always be something like hammer, like the hammer spell. But they have like a basic melee string. So it's like a, think of like the crystal staves, but instead of them being staves, it's just like a big chunk of stone with the crystals coming out of it. And they use that as their implement to cast the spell as well as just beat the crap out of somebody. So yeah, like you would have to have at 5 staves and 1 melee weapon. Let's say you get a total of like a 15% buff to attack power, your physical attack power, for having the staves. Each one adds like a 3% buff. So that it's not insane, but it's also a significant enough boost that if you're willing to carry it through the game, you will end up doing significantly more damage, especially if you're using other means to boost your attack power. I guess the club technically is in the hammer category. Well, if we want them to be Unga Bunga, they have to have some kind of like large weapon to reside in. And I'm thinking of basing them off of the battle mages in Elden Ring base. Let's see. I mean, we could do a typical Spellblade, a rapier. Like, kind of like in base game Elden Ring, what's his name? Rogier. Yeah, I mean Paladin fits. That's a good idea. Let's go back to the Dex int build and have it be a rapier based weapon class, like Rogier from base game. So he's got a rapier. We can reuse the idea of the big spectral sword instead of the hammer. Yeah, the Carrion Knights. I don't know. I just want it to be. I don't want it to be a weapon that like other characters can kind of really use and specialize in. So I want it to be something different. Because if I remember correctly, so Wilder gets great swords. He gets special moveset with great swords. Executioner has special katana moveset. Raider has special colossal weapon moveset and hammers. Revenant has her special claws. Duchess has knife special combo. Guardian has the glaives and I think spears. Or no, maybe not. Revenant has the staves, so she doesn't really get special combo with anything. And then Iron Eye uses bows. So I think maces would work better. Typically maces would be what you'd have a typical cleric paladin type character wield over like hammers. And like you could repurpose stuff like the Knight's Cavalry chain mace. Like he could have a chain mace weapon, and have it be like a holy implement kind of thing, like for flagging or flaging, the thing where they strike their back in repentance that could be like the weapon he uses for his repentance of that thematically. So, like, kind of have like a big bulky dude in like a flail. Yeah, flail. That's what it is. The Knights Cavalry has the flail. There are a few flails, like Estelle's flail. There are a few in the game. It's not a very common weapon, so maybe it wouldn't be as effective, but I think it'd make for a different type of weapon. I'm thinking of characters that can use not just a common weapon. Like, I want them to have specialities with their weaponry. That's what I'm thinking, like rapier, flail, you know. Straight swords is just kind of like eh. But we could also get a character that just uses a straight sword. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, no, that could work. Yeah, they definitely are. Man, we made pretty good progress. Alright, let's go get the crabs, sell our stuff. I also feel like rapiers are kind of in a weird position. I don't know if Duchess gets any special bonuses with rapiers. I mean, it seems like she should, but I just want characters that use different types of weapons. Yeah, I think the paladin idea is solid. So hopefully they implement something like that. Nice. Yeah. But I mean, the problem with that concept though is like characters like Revenant and Duchess can get those bonuses effectively based off their kind of base skills. Yeah. I think I also want them to implement new weapon types. That's the other thing I want them to do. I don't want them to just have like all the weapons that are already in there. So I think having like bringing in something like the light great swords or the great katanas even would be a nice addition. Maybe a pole blade, like a twin blade kind of character. That'd be cool. There's a lot of twin blades, and I don't think any character gets a bonus off those. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's also crossbows. We could have a crossbow character, but I guess that's Iron Eye. But he doesn't really get any bonuses off crossbows that I know of. You enter the house. Carrying the ornate necklace, the collector recognizes it almost immediately. Ah, an excellent find. It demands pride of place in my collection. He sweeps aside some scraps on a dusty table, candle wax pooling in its corners. He places the necklace around, or carefully in the clearing. And I suppose you'll be demanding recompense as well. Once more, he opens the book, dust pouring from the pages as he reads aloud. You begin to feel weak, but you're rooted to the spot, knees on the verge of buckling. As he finishes speaking, you feel blood rushing back to your legs. A strange feeling of power grows in your chest. We're so close. One more remains. I loathe to suggest it, but the abyssal plane on the approach to Devil's Spine is likely a candidate. See what you can find. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? But I'd just like them to introduce new weapons. What is it? Interesting, interesting. Oh no, the tornadoes are over here now? Not good. Oh, okay. Okay. So I just need cloth for this last upgrade right here. So I think I'm going to go around really quick, gather the cloth, get this upgraded. And then we're getting this one upgraded. And then I think we'll cut stream there. I think we've had pretty good time. And I think we're getting close to end game. So I think I want to save that for last stream. And then we'll do extra bonusy stuff as well. Then, so let me peruse the islands and see if I can't find a cloth dredge. Oh, speak of the devil and ye shall appear. Hey, hey, hey. What kind of boss would you like to see? Like, any ideas for a boss, potentially? In Elden Ring? I think a boss... What kind of boss would we even add to Elden Ring? Not really. So, they're probably going to add returning bosses like they did with... like Margit and the Nameless King. If they were to add other bosses from past games or from Elden Ring, I could see them adding like Mesmer. I think that'd be fun. Adding a new thing. Yeah, but I think inevitably, like, they're gonna add some stuff just to fluff it out a bit more. I don't think everything is gonna be brand spanking new. And I mean, the like having Mesmer and stuff would be like they'd be the field bosses or like the day one bosses kind of vibe, like all the other bosses are. So I don't feel like it would intrude too much to have those guys in the game. Oh, okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Like, maybe Manus. Manus would be really cool as a boss fight in Elden Ring Nightreign, I think. I mean, you know, I'm a Dark Souls 2 guy, so I think maybe Fume Knight or maybe Sir Alon would be cool. Hell, I'd even take the Ivory King. As long as they don't make it Sin. That would be, I think, the worst outcome. I think Sin's the worst of the DLC bosses from Dark Souls 2. I know. I'm a Dark Souls 2 fan. I should like all of Dark Souls 2. I think Sin was probably the weakest one of the DLC bosses. I mean, yeah, Fumite and Ivory King work better, but I think Sauralon's just a cool guy. I just think he's neat. Maybe they could introduce solo run bosses, like bosses exclusive to different amounts of players. It's like you could have teams of 3 fight certain bosses and have teams of 2 fight certain bosses and have solo bosses. That'd be a fun improvement, I think. Spice up the variety of gameplay so that you can fight different types of bosses and different team group sizes. That's fair. That is valid. But I'm just talking from the mindset of that'd be cool more than anything. Not that it's an expectation they will achieve. Because I know that they're not going to stretch that far, but it would just be cool. So I guess if we're going DLC bosses, would you rather have... That's fair. All the stuff they could have done better. So if we're doing DLC bosses, what about Gale? Would you rather have Gale or Sister Frida? Because, I mean, Gale's more iconic, but I think Frida would be a better mechanical fight for a team-based run-through. I mean, yeah, Gale's more iconic. I fucking love Gale. Gale's like peak Dark Souls to me. But I'm thinking mechanically, Frida would be a fun fight just for the fact that, like, her invisibility. She would use that to get the advantage on the team and kind of pick you off one by one. So you'd have to, as a team, work together to overcome her. I think that'd be fun. That's fair. That's fair. Like, as much as I love Gale, and I love Gale. Gale is the homie. I think Frida would be the more interesting fight. Because when she comes in, she could have, like, a snowstorm be the backdrop for her fight. Like how some bosses get, like, a weather effect, like the Ivory King, or the Nameless King gets, like, the storm, you know? What is that over there? Do you see that over there? Madeir, ooh, okay, that's a good one I didn't think about. That's a good pull. I panicked. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Madeir has a lot of AoEs. That's cool. Ooh, okay, if we're talking DLC dragons... I feel like that's an easy slip-in for the Calamity Dragon. I forget his actual name, but I feel like that's an easy slip-in for Calamity. That's why I was moving so slow. Broke my engine. Good. That's true. He is a bit of a stiffer boss. What about the Demon Princes? Demon Princess could be a cool fight. Or hell, what about like Ava, the ice tiger, the ice shadow tiger? I'm really trying to pull my bag out here. I mean, Manus is my big Dark Souls 1 pick. Artorias would be fun, I think, but I don't think... Yeah, I mean, Gale is the fan favorite. I'm just thinking, like, mechanically, I think Frida's more fun, but yeah, I could see that. So, okay, let's pick the two from one. So, Gale's the easy pick. Or not Gale. Manus is the easy pick for Dark Souls 1. And I guess the Calamitous Dragon, or Artorias. Are there any other like bosses from the first DLC? Like big bosses outside of Artorias and Manus? Okay. The like, what is it? I can't think of it. Is it the mandrake kind of thing, like the lion snake thing? Yeah. Yep. The Chimera. I mean, I just don't think the Chimera thing would be that cool of a fight. So yeah, I think it's gonna have to be like Manus and the Calamity Dragon. And if we're going because I don't think Artorias is gonna be a boss. I just don't see it. And with that, from Dark Souls 2, I have to pick, and I mean I have to pick Fume Knight, if I'm being 100% honest. I think Fume Knight just is the better of all the options. And for a second one, I mean, we can do Sif. Or Sin. But if I'm going to be honest, a boss that feels like it fit better... I mean, I don't know. He's got the iconic factor, but I think that's really all he's got. I don't think Artorias would work really that well in Dark Soul, in Elden Ring Night Rain, unless like it was Prime Artorias. Like it could not be Corrupted Artorias. It would have to be Prime Artorias. Which I think would be a much more interesting boss fight. Or better yet, maybe give us Artorias and Sif together. That could be an interesting kind of conceptual fight. Still trying to think about Dark Souls 2. So Fume Knight, I feel like is the shoe in there. Oh, it'd be hell. Sif and Artorias? Oh man, it'd be rough. So Fume Knight. Oh, I'm trying to think of all the bosses from the DLCs. The old mayor? Did you throw it back? What? The book! I think you've mistaken me for someone else. I'm not seeing things it's really you, isn't it? Who do you think I am? He turns away, wringing his hand, and speaks to the fire. It was him and his damned wife. They dredged up that old book, but something cloaked in the fog followed it out right through the boat. Boom! The man makes crude explosion noises and motions wide with his hands, still talking to the fire, as though pantomiming a story to a child. It spoke. It said it was coming for our breath, that we wouldn't be needing it soon, and that darkness crashed down. An age later, some of us washed on shore, and him still clutching that book. Throw it back, we cried, as the fog rolled ashore. We thought, surely it can still be undone. Silver and crimson, the book covered in her blood. It's not making any sense. Throw it back! The man closes his eyes tight as he holds back tears. His voice falls to a whisper. Please, the lighthouse keeper, she saw. She knows where it came from. Where it needs to go. Tell me where at this book. Silver and crimson. Silver and crimson. He rocks back and forth, staring through the flames. What do you know about the fog? It cloaks that calamitous thing. It's evil. Haven't you felt it? What does the lighthouse keeper have to do with it? She saw it all. The ruinous day. Ask her, beg her, tell her, He trails off, his face collapsing in sorrow. Bro, strip. I'm deadass failing to think of all the bosses from Dark Souls 2 DLC. Outside of Ava, Sin, I guess is her name Nashandra? No, that's the base game boss. What's the one from the second DLC, or the first DLC? The lady who basically like cursed Sin, or whatever her gimmick was. You approach a hooded figure. Dirty gold robes obscure all features except for a pair of withered and blackened hands. Fishermen, deep calls respond. Their voice gurgles with the sound of fluid in their lungs. An answer. The hooded figure folds out a scroll. They tap at a shape depicted. It looks like a red snapper. Interesting. Yeah, I'm really just blanking on ideas. Outside of Fume Knight and Ivory King, which I guess those could be the ones. I mean, there's no need to really stretch it thinner than that. I mean, those are two great picks in my opinion. Oh hey. What's this? Photographer. Oh, hi. Hello. Would you step out of the way for the moment? You're my shot. You move to the side. A few seconds later, the photographer sighs in exasperation and mutters to herself. No, this simply won't do. What's the matter? I think all this lens is all wrong. I'll never get a close-up shot of anything with this. And the others, I fear they were lost overboard. She sighs again and looks off to the west. I was sailing from Stellar Basin, you see, squeezing my boat through a narrow gap between two islands, and then crashed in some coral. I thought I heard something in the water behind me, so I did not stop. If you were able to retrieve the lenses for me, let me see. She rummaged through what few belongings to survive the trip. I have a spare camera here that I won't need. You're welcome to it if you can find those lenses. I'll mark it on your map where I think I lost them. Okay. You see. Okay. Let's make our way to Stellar Basin, actually. I guess I'm trying to think. Man, I can't. I'm blanking real bad right now. I'll just leave it there. But in terms of, let's say, let's think about Dark Souls 3. So Gale, Frida, Demon Princes, I can't think of any of the bosses from Ariandel's DLC. I know Elden Ring doesn't have the functionality for it, but I think a player-based boss would be kind of fun. Night Rain specifically doesn't have that functionality, or maybe, I mean, you can fight the phantoms of players, so maybe that could be something you could do. Is have a player-based boss fight on like day 1 or 2, where you fight phantoms. Frida and Gravetender, yeah. I mean, there's Father Ariandel, but Father Ariandel by himself isn't that great of a conceptual boss fight. I think Freedom works much better. He is part of the Frida fight. You're not wrong, but I just think Frida by herself would be a much more interesting concept because of her ability to go cloaked, and I think Father Ariandel wouldn't really add much in terms of Night Rain's combat. That's true. They do share a health bar. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I just think Frida by herself would be more interesting. I guess those are my 2 picks, Gale and Frida. Those are my two ideas for DLC bosses and everything. I mean, I guess you could have Father Ariandel in the Frida fight. I just don't know that I would personally include him myself. But I'm not the dev, so who knows? They could add friggin'... For all we know, they could add something like... that, like, fat demon from Dark Souls 2, the rolling one. Yeah, but I would like each DLC to be represented. That's where I'm coming at the angle from. Pulling from the same DLC doesn't seem like what they would do. I feel like they would try to pull from multiple different DLC. It does, but I mean, they're not going to pick every... I guess they could. I mean, there's no reason to. Dark Souls 1 only has 1 DLC, so realistically, they could just pick Manus from Dark Souls 1, pick Fume Knight, the Dark Sister, Natalia, Nashandra, whatever her name is, and Ivory King. And then Dark Souls 2, they pick a DLC boss, so Frida probably, because Gravetender, nobody's going to care about Gravetender. And then one of the mini bosses from the Ring City. I think that's how they'd shake it out, probably, now that I'm thinking about it in that context. That's metal scrap. Oh. How would it be? How would it feel if Dark Souls 2 got the most representation out of all the games in Night Rain? I know. Nobody cares about Dark Souls 2. My heart shatters into a billion pieces. Really, I don't know. I don't know how they play it out. But I think realistically, I think they try to pick a boss from each of the DLCs if they went DLC oriented with their choices. I don't see them just kind of like cramming all the DLC bosses from one DLC. People would riot. They would. And I would love every second of it. I would relish the anguish of people who despise Dark Souls 2 as a Dark Souls 2 enjoyer. I'd be able to stand from my rooftop and scream at the top of my voice, loudly and proudly, Dark Souls 2 does matter. And then I would also scream equally as loudly and proudly that Dark Souls 2 is in fact a good game. And then I'd be promptly shot for my riotous language, or for my offensive language. And I'd die happy knowing that I was able to scream that from the rooftops. Remember what I said last stream. If Dark Souls 2 has no fans, then I'm dead. Ugh. Deservedly so. It's fair. No, I mean, look, I'll fight the battle. I'll be the man at the front lines cheering on Dark Souls 2. There are so many good features in Elden Ring that we got from Dark Souls 2 power stancing. That was the only one that popped in my brain. Power stancing's cool though. I love power stancing. Give me two of a similar weapon type and make me have a different combo. You bet your sweet bippy I'm invested. Plus, Dark Souls 2 is the only game, to my knowledge, in the Soul series where you can get a sword that is your tuned spellcasting instrument. I don't think, like, you can have spell, like, skills in Elden Ring, and I don't remember in Dark Souls 3, or, well, I guess there was the candle one, huh? But Blue Flame's a cooler weapon, so I even know the weapon by name. But in Dark Souls 2, there was a weapon you could get in, I think it was the Catacombs. Is there a sword that oh, you're right, the thrusting sword. I want a straight sword. I want to slice and dice and then throw a spell at a guy. I don't want to have to poke. A demon scar, okay. Didn't the candle wax sword in Dark Souls 3 attune spells? Couldn't you cast spells with that thing? Am I tripping balls? Okay, we've been everywhere. Let's go back to the cliffs. I think that's good. We're going to find our last bit of cloth. I thought so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe only attune certain types of spells, like deep or something. I mean, nobody was a spellcaster in Dark Souls 3. Spellcasting wasn't good until Elden Ring. Well, okay. Spellcasting had its niche, overpowered techniques, but on average, people weren't casting spells like that. You were either a pyromancy guy or a dark spells kind of guy. Oh, I can't repair here, can I? I have to go over here. How hard is it to find one piece of cloth? I swear. Damn. I guess 2 pieces of cloth. We may just close it here in a minute, because I'm not gonna spend 40 minutes on stream right now to find one bit of cloth. I was gonna say, speak of the devil and they shall appear. Jesus. Is that all metal, bro? No, that was metal. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check. But I need this man to leave me alone. This is cloth. I'm not gonna complain, but Jesus. Nice. Yeah, that's metal. This is treasure. Get this real quick. I'm a fool. Nice. That's fish. That's wood. This is a treasure, though. Brother. I'm flooding this all the way. Oh, it's a flag. Okay. Out of here, tornado. Let's go look. This is cloth? No, that is metal. Yeah, metal. All right, we got it. I will end it here because I'm not going to spend time to grind the money right this moment. I'll do that tomorrow off stream. So we'll have that to look forward to. Well, I will. You won't. You won't be here to watch it. But I will. I'll be here. But we'll end it here. We have made, I feel like, a pretty good amount of progress. I think we're at the last piece of this puzzle here before we, I guess, hit the climax. So we'll do the rest of it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I will be starting later than normal just because I have to be there later. So we'll be shooting for 7:30 to 8 tomorrow just because of my work being a little, yeah, we could probably do the Everdark. I mean, I guess if you want, we could do it tomorrow. We could do Everdark tomorrow. That'd be fun. And then do Dredge the following day. We could do that, yeah. So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah. I think we'll do Everdark tomorrow. But for now, we'll end it here. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, 7:30, 8, around that time, just because I'm working later tomorrow at the job. You know how it is, 9 to 5s. We love them. We'll be playing either Dread or Elden Ring, Night Ring. We'll see how we're feeling tomorrow, but either one could be the toss-up. But I definitely will get the upgrade for the ship off stream, so we don't have to sit through me fishing for $1,500. So, with that, thank you for everybody who's watched this far in the stream. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate that. And for everybody who made this far in the VOD, I also appreciate it. If you enjoy what I do here, play games and yap, consider the subscription. Subscribble. Press the button. It helps out the channel, and let me know what all you enjoy about the streams. I guess I don't know. I'm blanking. I've yapped too much tonight. But we'll be back tomorrow, 7:38, with something, Elden Ring or Dredge. We'll decide then. But as for now, my name is ShloobGoob here on YouTube, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Oh, this game doesn't have... It's borderless, but it's not borderless. Ugh.